I'm Katrina, and this is Sow and Tare. Come forage with me. So you want to be a forager. How do you know what you're doing? How do you know the plants? Well, wherever you are, there's something to eat. Start slow, start with one plant, start with another plant, and you will understand which ones you are eating, what are edible, what are not. Learn the ones that are not first. That's easier. It's easier to learn what's not edible than what's edible, because number one, it's more important. And number two, you can look things up. I have faith in you. So, what's first when you go into an area? Look at the plants, learn the plants. Learn the trees, learn the shrubs, learn the understory. Just learn it all, right? Okay, that's a lot. Okay, come on, back it up. What do you need to do? Look up. See what we have. Everything that's on the ground is going to first come from the sky, right? It just depends on how far up the sky is. So over here we have tan oak. That has edible qualities. We have Douglas fir. That's edible and medicinal. We have madrone. That is edible. The berries fall. And the bark is medicinal for treating heat while it's still connected to the tree. We have chinkapin, that is edible. We have another chinkapin. We have more tan oak. We have lots of things just right here. Right there. Okay? You look up. Next up, look down. So, you want to learn the understory. Okay? Right here, poison oak. Don't eat that. Okay? All that over there, poison oak. You don't need to go over there. We have some medicinals over here. Well, I'll show you them in a bit. Right now we have Oregon grape. Oregon grape is a food and a medicinal. Okay? More poison oak. I guess I didn't pick a very good spot for understory here. Ferns. We have ferns. Some ferns are edible when they're all rolled up when they're new. Alright, and I will bring you guys over, not walking in the poison oak, to this medicinal herb. This is vanilla leaf, or sweet after death, and it is, you can make a tea out of it to make you throw up, like ipecac, milk of ipecac, is that what it's called? Anyway, supposedly it keeps flies away too, but I don't know that I believe that. So, while I know this, because I looked it up and I look at medicinal qualities, I don't know that I need it. It's good to collect a little bit of whatever herbs you do know, but you don't need to collect a whole lot of something like that unless you have an issue that requires something like that a lot. Now, you're always going to have something for, if there's a poison control issue, there's always, stuff at the store, milk of, is it called milk of ipecac? I don't remember what it's called. But that is supposed to do the same thing. I have not tested it. I am not a doctor. I just know what I learned in a book, actually several books. So I know that's here. I know where it grows. If I need it, I can either come get it, or if it's in the wintertime, I can maybe I have dried it. So back to the floor. So we have some snowberry here, but we're not going to eat that. Something else to pay attention to is, where are you? Are you in shade? Are you in sun? Are you in a forested area that has an opening? You are going to learn where you are likely to find plants. Plants like right there grow mostly in shade with some dappled shade, sun. Other plants will be in full sun. Other plants will be in full shade. You're not going to find blackberries, for example, in the same space as this other herb. So look at the habitat you're in and go from there. All right, I just pulled the branch down and I'm going to harvest these two little berries. And look, that one's starting for next year. Come on, focus. Focus. And look, that one's starting for next year. So apparently I am now looking for hazelnuts too. Let me show you guys what I have. Okay, I wish that I had a tripod, but I don't. So I'm just going to show you what I have. So I have this little harvesting bag, and inside of it, I have put this basket. So I have this little basket. I have a couple bags. This is my harvest so far. That one was really hard to pick off. The other ones were not. So I think somewhere in between that one and this one is best. And I have literally just put it into this bag. And that way I can put it in there. There's another little pocket here. This is a harvesting bag. It has basically like a belt, and it's like a little tiny apron, I guess. And so you can go hiking, go walking, whatever, and actually have it. Now, I've gone hiking without it since I've had it, and I have gone hiking with it. And I'm excited for like plum season. I can just put it in there and not have to have, you can use both your hands and just put it in there. Apples and pears and stuff. I still might use the big buckets because it has a big harvest. But with this, I can use, when I don't have my camera, I can use my hands to, say, pull down a branch, get to something on it. There's not anything on this one, but I can see there's one right there. I already picked several off of this. Well, let's see if I can get that one. I'm going to have to pull it down from the other side. Well, okay, let's see how this works with the camera. So it's this branch. This branch right here, I believe. Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Right there is the fruit. So let's see if I can get to it. And it might even fall off. I'm just bending the branch down. And here comes the fruit right there. And let's grab it. So there's the fruit right there. The nut is inside that. I'll do all that processing later. One good thing to think about when you are harvesting hazelnuts, all those little fuzzy things, they're not fuzzy. They're a little pokey. So you have to handle them very gently, gingerly. And then, if you had gloves, that would probably be a good idea, but I thought I was going after berries. So, I think this little patch I'm done with. And well, let's see if there's anything over here. This is a lower one, so the deer and stuff can get to things easier. Oh, so that's a green one. There's a brown one. Okay. We have some stuff, guys. Well, that was going to be a triple. Put all the energy into one. All right. So, I still don't know about the green ones. Where'd it go? They're right there. Oh, but that looks like it might have a bug in it already. All right. The squirrels were out here collecting like green ones. So I was wondering about that. And I wonder if it's to avoid the bugs that might be getting them. I just saw another one down there. But the person who lived here before, I was like, wow, there's so many here. Do you guys just love these nuts? And he goes, there's a bug in every nut. I said, okay. I'll see if I can catch a time where there's not a bug in every nut. But I see one more down there. I'm sure there's more. Right there. Let's see if there's anything closer first. You guys are probably going to see stuff that I don't. Here's an old one. I think that's probably from last year. It looks all moldy. This looks like it's an... Oh, there's a seed in there. The outside kind of looks like it molded. I'm going to open that up. I need both hands. Yeah, so that was a bad nut from last year, but I see one over here we're going to go after. I am wearing shorts. I probably shouldn't have worn shorts. I was planning on going right by the path. That plan is moot. Oh, that one's a little bit more tough to get off. I'm still gonna go for it. Yeah, that one's probably not ripe yet, but like I said, I want to figure out when the good time is based on when the squirrels start harvesting, because yeah, I want them. Now, these are rose hips, but they're super, super small. I don't know if they're going to grow any because they're already red. They're super, super small. I'm not going to harvest those right now. Okay, I just found something that's not ripe yet, but something to keep in mind. Tan oak. Tan oak acorns are edible. You have to leach them, I think, just like oaks. But that right there, those are acorns of the tan oak. So I already know where these are, but it's good to know where things are when you're foraging, so you can come back to them because things are ripe at different times. I do have lemon balm down the way a little bit. I decided to pass it up and maybe get that on the way back, or maybe get another day because it's leafy. I don't really want to crush things when I'm doing this. Now, I did have this basket. The reason why I have this basket is so that things don't get crushed. Again, my goal was not those guys. My goal was berries. So I wanted to make sure I didn't get them crushed. And then I threw in some extra Ziploc bags in case I found other things, or if I want to, you know, separate different varieties of things. It's always good to have Ziplocs with you. So this one came off pretty easily, but look at that. There's a bug hole in it. Therefore, it's staying here. As much as you want things to be edible and all of them to be edible, you do not want to ruin your harvest by storing the ones with bugs with the ones without bugs. So leave the ones with bugs, collect the ones without bugs. Now here's a berry you don't want. This, my friends, is poison oak and the poison oak berry. Primates are the only ones allergic to that one. Tell me how fair that one is. Don't eat it. The birds might eat it. The deer might eat it. People should not eat it. But this right here, definitely edible. Look at that. Nice blackberry. Always the rule of the season, the first several berries don't get saved. Very good. This one's a little more tart. That's because it's more shade. Because it's in more shade, but it still has really, really great flavor. And there's a few along this path. The ones I'm going for are further up the hill. Now this right here is red huckleberry. I don't see any berries on it. I don't know if I missed the season because I did have some of them, but I just didn't collect. And the bushes I did see didn't have very many on them, so I'm going to go see the bushes that I know had some. We'll see if they're still there. Look like we're still early on the blackberries. There's some there too. I believe this is a variety of snowberry. Snowberry is not edible. Do not eat that. Again, look at these tan oaks. Looks like it's a good crop this year. Let me just pull this one down so you guys can see it. Has the catkins, so that's the little pollen pieces. And then there is the nut. Now, you can see I just wiped off a bunch of stuff here. Tan oaks are fuzzy. They're fuzzy on top, they're fuzzy on bottom. If they've been touched or brushed on a lot, then they won't be that fuzzy on top. They're still going to be fuzzy on the bottom. And the caps, boy, it does look like there's some sort of bug getting in these. The caps look different than the real oaks. But this is a good crop this year. Alright, this is more red huckleberry, and there are a few that are ripe. Kind of ripe. I'm going to pick on it. Let's see if it's not all that ripe. Okay, we're going to see how ripe this one actually is. It's good. I think it could go longer, but there's only 2 of them, so I think I'm going to pick them now. All right, we got this one here and this one here. That second one probably wasn't ripe, but that's why I brought these bags. So I don't really want berries in the same place as those. So depending on how many berries I come to, I may be putting the nuts into a bag, but right now I'm going to put the little guys in this bag. This will keep them safe from getting poked, and also they're not really small enough to go through the holes in the basket, but if they were, that would be the case too. All right, I spy another huckleberry right back there that has more fruit on it. So let's go check that out. I'm sorry I don't have my tripod with me. Well, it doesn't work anyway. All right, so we're up to this guy. It's a little taller than me, not that much. It's like there was some dieback. I wonder if that was caused by lack of water or some other reason. But I'm going to pick these and I will be back to you guys. But look at that. Look at that. Alright, those are the red huckleberries I have so far. They are a little on the light side. I did leave a bunch of them that were not nearly even kind of pink there. So that'll be someplace I come back to. And here is more catkins for our tan oak. So those will be making new nuts for next year. What I really should do, that big tree right there, one in the back, is a chinkapin, and there's a bunch of chinkapin old, I don't even know what to call them, spiky nut balls, that's what I'm going to call them, underneath this tree because of years prior. What I should do is I should go in there and I should clear them out so I know when the fresh ones fall, but that's another day. So here's a red huckleberry. It's a little bigger. It's a big one, guys. It's redder and it is more sweet. So the other ones looked like they were drying up. This is the huckleberry right here that I just plucked it from, the red huckleberry, which is a different variety. It's not just that it's not an unripe regular huckleberry. It's a different variety. It's a red huckleberry. And that one had a couple more ripe ones on it. So, but the other plants that I was looking at, it looked like they were starting to shrivel, so I got them. Tan oaks will be ready later in the year. Look at that big, healthy bunch. So we are going to go underneath that broken tree and not have it land on us and see if we can find more red elderberries, because I know there are some over here. While we look down, we see more herbs. This one, I believe this is an invasive pea species. I think it has a purple or pink flower. Again, long pants would have been a good idea. So we're in a new area now. You can see it's been cleared in some areas, and we may or may not have additional species. So I'm looking around, and we have some rose. There's some rose right here. If you needed rose for anything, then you know where to find it. It looks like we have maybe an iris right here. That's probably what that is, I'm going to guess. Let me just smell it. Yeah, it doesn't smell like garlic or anything. I believe that's probably an iris. It's also important to note whether or not you're near an old homestead. Because if you're near an old homestead, it might be something that someone planted. And that's okay, as long as you know that. So, we're going to harvest what we find. Alright, we have arrived at where I was going this whole time. The red elderberries that I knew about. I knew we had some on the way up too, but this is the patch that I knew about, and we have some further down that way. So these have a little bigger berries, which is good. And So I'm actually going to leave some of these, like the light ones there, and come back in maybe a week. Probably 3 to 5 days is what I'll give that. Might be too much, but that's okay. We'll get enough in the meantime. So that one's starting to shrivel, and that's okay. We'll just have raisins. All right. So grab those. And as we do this, we're looking on the ground. There's some fallen berries. We have tan oak. It's going to grow up. Our vanilla leaf, our Oregon grape, our snowberry. And that's the understory here. When you're harvesting a mid-level area like this, or upper story, it's also important to note if there is recruitment. So if there are any plants coming into a seed from a seedling up, and just don't step on them. Give them a fair chance at life. So when I first saw this bush, I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know there were red huckleberries, and I thought it was planted. This is by an older homestead, and I thought it was some decorative something or other, but it is in fact native and edible and tasty. And the berries, red as they are, do hide. So you can see it on top, and there they are right there. This one has a lot. Look at all those red little dots. Look at all that. Oh my goodness, this one's full. All right, I'm using both hands for this one. Now, this fruit seems to be a little bit independently fickle. Is that what I'm going to say? This plant right behind me, I just picked, and it was, wonderful, wonderful. This plant right here, all the fruit is already all dried. So I'm basically picking raisins. It's still going to be okay, but it's definitely further along than this one right here. That happens in natures, guys. Everybody's different. All right, this plant right here has a bunch right at the top, but they're not ripe yet. See all those little light pink berries? They're not ripe yet, so we're not going to bother with them right now. All right, we are checking in on the white currant, I think it's called. It's a native currant. It has pink flowers, but it's super tasty. Not ripe yet. So here's a variety of sizes. This is from 2 separate shrubs. Size difference is a lot. Put it in the bag and show you. So there's my harvest. I know it's small. They are tasty, and they are native, and I need to take the leaves out. I understand this, but that is what I have. Oh yeah, guys, look what I forgot about. Manzanita. Manzanita has these little apples. Manzanita apples. Looks like some might be overripe and some might be underripe. This one's powder. So that one has seeds in it. I'm kind of crush it up for you, you can see. So those have seeds. There's a seed right there. And we can make new ones. But these ones, I wonder if they're still good, if they're too overripe. Alright, let's try these little tiny manzanita apples. Not an apple, comes off of manzanita. they're very seedy right now. They're a little too well done. You can totally pick these though, grind them up, and like make a drink with them if you want, but it's too seedy for me to eat right now. Plant more. Alright, I found some blackberries, guys. I'm going to bag up my... So my red huckleberries are already bagged up. And my nuts I'm going to put in the other bag, and then I'm going to use the basket for berries. Now here are the hazelnuts. It's not very many. I'm not expecting to find any more of the red huckleberries because I know where I'm going and I know where I've been. And I have been there before. And these guys though, I may find more of them. So I'll keep this bag handy. They're both going to be handy. I'll show you where I'm putting them. So here's this pouch. Okay. Has an elastic on it. And I have my 2 bags in here. And I'm just going to move them to the side and put whatever berries I can right in there. Starting with these guys. Look at that. So good. There's 2 berries that grow wild here. We're talking blackberries. 3. There's 3 berries that grow wild here. There's one that is native, which is this one. You can see there's 3 leaflets. There's one which has 5 leaflets, which I know is down in the pasture. And then there's another one that it's a dissected. It's a dissected leaf. I'll show it to you when I find it. I walked past them already, but these are super good. And this already gets more sun, so this one's sweeter. So this is dissected leaf. And I didn't know this until I came to this property. So it's dissective leaf, blackberry. It's native to the Pacific Northwest. It has other common names too, but tastes like a blackberry. So this is an area that the previous owner would stack firewood before bringing it down the hill. And so these bushes are a little bit smaller, but this is the beginning of blackberry season. Blackberry season is going to go all the way into November, maybe even December here. They get a little more tart as you lose the heat, but the blackberries are still producing into November this last year, so that's pretty cool. So while we're doing the 1s and 2s now, it will be changing to be much more. See, a lot of these are almost ripe. So see how that one has a little bit of red, and these did not. These came right off. So that one's a little more hard to pull. That has a couple more days on it. Alright, and changing my thing here. I'm going to put the nuts outside of this, but inside the pocket. I think I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. I don't think it's going to get squished. That way we have this all for blackberries. I am liking this pouch for sure. The way I have it set up with, so I just put my hand in, drop it in the thing. And once again, I knew I was going blackberry picking. Why am I wearing shorts? I don't know. Don't ask me these questions. Alright, I don't know that I need to show you every single blackberry, but I wanted to show you, even though this is early in the season, and you look out and you're like, oh wow, there's not many blackberries out there. Look at all that. That can be picked all right now. You can grow your blackberry foraging very quickly. All right, I'm gonna put down the phone so I can forage two-handed. So the dissected leaf one is just starting to put on green berries, a little behind up here. And we're back up to the hazelnuts. I see a few nuts, like there's one right there. There's some over here. There's actually quite a little handful here. So again, I need two hands for this tree. I'll come back. Guys, I'm so sad I missed a whole season here. First season I could have had it and I missed it. That right there is thimbleberry, and those used to be thimbleberries. So sad. They're all along the trail right here too. Well, there's a cool looking grasshopper. I don't know what kind you are, but you're striped. Please don't eat my food. So now we're into the shaded area, and these blackberries are behind. So all of these here all have green berries. Because we're in a little bit more shady area, they're going to be a little late, and they're not going to be as sweet. Here is another lesson in look up, look down. If we look up, we find more red huckleberry I didn't know I had. We find more rosehip. That's early. And look down, and those are strawberry leaves, which are all over the place here. We are well past strawberry season. The strawberries were delicious though. So here's another herb you can eat. It's called gallium. Bedstraw is another name. Cleavers is another name. You basically cook it like spinach, I guess, and it just tastes green. So I don't need it unless I actually need it. But that's one of the varieties. They have these little balls. Oops. There we go. Well, they readily come off. But they have these little tiny, those are the seeds, the balls right there. Well, that's different. Looks like dog poop. Has stuff in it. Somebody had diarrhea. That's my conclusion. Maybe. Yeah, that's my conclusion. So as you see, there's the high power lines here. It goes across my property. There's an easement. They're going to come through and trim. So there's some more flagging right there where it's too close. They're going to trim that tree. I don't know if they're going to trim this whole area. They probably should. But we'll find out what they do. Alright, here's another pretty big patch of berries. I'm going to skip it right now. I am tracking down those ribbons right there, which is where the power people are going to be trimming. Oh yeah, that right there is the white currant. It looks ripe. That one has ripe and unripe. Same here. I am going to pick it and try it. Alright, so this I have to bend down to get because it's up high. There's only like 3 of these shrubs on my property that I know about, so these are for me. I'm eating them right now. I gotta pick it though. Let's see if I can hold the branch. Maybe not. There we go. Alright, so that is the white currant. Has a really bright pink flower. So good. So good. Alright. I'm picking these ones. It looks like I'll be coming back because there's lots of green ones. And these are just getting ripe. Let's see, 3 out of 4 of those ones. And I'll be coming back for those. Guys, I see one thimbleberry and it's way up there where I can't reach. Where is it? It's right there. I cannot reach that one. All the rest of them are gone that I can see. So sad. Ooh, my elderberry. I need long pants to harvest that. There's at least 3 umbels with berries that are ripe. The rest of them are not ripe. I'm going to see if they're going to take that down. I'm going to ask them about it, because I can cut it up and make new ones. Believe it or not, this whole road here was full of the wild strawberries. You can see their leaves right here. There's some crumpled up right there. I mean, they're all over the place. And it was full of yummy, yummy treats. I have not seen elk in a long time, but look at that. We got elk poo. Elk poo. Pretty fresh too. All right, that is another tag right there. I don't even know how they tied that. Like, how the heck did they tie that? All right, we have some elk tracks. This is up the hill. Saw some elk poo before. A little puddle. More tracks right here. There's baby deer, or maybe a baby elk. There's a baby something. Anybody see any other? I think that's one of my chicken's feathers. No, okay, never mind. That's a different one. That's just, that's the color of Smilo. We have something there. Guys, I thought I was done foraging because the sun is down. Good thing I have recently been remembering to bring a flashlight whenever I go out. Anytime after 4. Because I know if I'm out foraging, I'm not going home till it's dark. It's just how it works, guys. It's math. Foraging math. But I just saw some stuff in front of me that I missed on the way because I wasn't looking for it. And it's the first time I will have it. There is salal here. There is also, I'm going to see, it might be shriveled up, but there are also some thimbleberries. So, not sure if thimbleberries are shriveled up. Looks like I missed some of the salal, but let's look closer. Alright, so I know this plant is salal, has tooth margins. The flowers looked like huckleberries. And so that is salal. And I have never had it. So here it goes. Had a little spike on the bottom. It's very huckleberry-ish, which I think is related. So that's cool. Well, looks like I might be out here till dark. And it looks like there's more to come, which is good. There's a nice big one. It's a good berry. Very cool. Well, that's sad. They're all dried up. Darn it. Well, it looks like the thimbleberry is dried. I just tried one and it's, you know, it's mostly seeds. So I'm going to leave these for the bears. But I'll show you. They're all dried up. Darn. So a mixture of berries in there. Pretty cool. And now that I have tons of salal, that's not tons, it's what I could pick without falling down the hill in the dark, almost. Hoping bears won't say, "Where's my salal?" And I'm headed back now. It's going to be probably dark by the time I get back to the house. And yeah, that's a good forage. Oh, let me show you. So here's our berries. The currants, the salal, and the red huckleberry. I did find a few more of the hazelnuts. And that many shiny blackberries. So, pretty good amount. So that's pretty good, especially since most of these blackberries are like 1 or 2 from the top of each cane. There are a few that I took like a bunch off of a specific area, but it was more very much foraging. Here we go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you forage on your own. Know it's edible. Go out, find it, eat it. It's wonderful. Mosquitoes are coming out, trying to protect everything out here. That means it's time to go home. So, I wish you happy foraging. Thank you for watching, and if you know other things that I'm missing out here that's edible or medicinal, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you forage for in your area. And yeah, it's an awesome thing to be able to just go out and get food. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your evening. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video, pass it along, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Well guys, this came out good, but apparently I missed when I was putting some of these in. So good news is I have more. Bad news is they're a little bashed up.